What's up, everybody? You should be able to hear me. Let me get some music going, other than the one that you just heard. And okay, let me get my windows organized. Oh, and I've got a tweet. Huh. Okay, sorry for that. Okay, so let's see. Give me a moment, let me make a tweet. And while I do that, I'll show you guys, I've been experimenting with the sloped barrel, and I just started the work on it, and I'm ready. Actually, I'll get into that in a moment. Let me make a tweet. It's a bit unfortunate I don't have any images that I could add to my tweet. It's unlucky. Scraping and waxing plus bubble columns, ending bubble columns. No. Okay, sorry, I'm trying to just finish the tweet. Okay, it should be out. And okay, so let me finish what I was saying. Okay, so I'm experimenting with this sloped sloped front, but there are two issues. First one is that don't think there's a way for me to get it like perfectly pixel perfect there. It's actually kind of annoying, huh? Yeah, because this is not 45 degrees, like whatever, no matter why, but yeah, I don't think there's a way for me to get it pixel perfect. And I'm really not a fan of these small corners being visible and that being uneven. And in addition to that, in Blockbench and in Minecraft, I guess in general, there's an issue called z-fighting, and yeah, let me just adjust that to minus, okay, actually not that, but yeah, let's adjust these. Yeah, if I change these positions to -8, and then they overlap and fight basically for what's on top with the front. And the fix for that is changing that to be just slightly different. But wait, give me a moment. Okay, so the way you fix that is you add just like 1/100th of a pixel to these, so that it's not really visible. So that shouldn't be too noticeable, but they are on top. Okay, for some reason. Okay, wait, I've messed something up. This is okay, yeah. Okay, so this is on top now, and I guess that's fine. But then the issue is that while I can adjust these, and I can adjust the side, which I don't think I actually have to. Okay, this has to be in the front, so I guess this should be in the front too. Okay, so I'm just finished But to make a point, so yeah, with these, okay, but these in the front look actually really bad. So yeah, these should be in the back, and this should be in the front. So yeah, there's like 200ths of a pixel there. Let's see, maybe you will be able to see, or maybe not, not sure. Yeah, that's in front too. But I'm not sure how I would handle the other side. Because while these can have their position adjusted, like have to be on top, or actually these should be underneath, same way the other side is, so 599. Okay, yeah. So these should be underneath. And this should be on top, and that should be on top, the bottom. But I already moved the bottom to be on top on this side. And I can't adjust the size by decimal values and just get rounded up to full numbers. So either one side would have to be different, or yeah, I think that's the only solution. So I'm not a fan of doing that. The workaround for it would be to have a undercube here. That would be like what would be minus 799? Nope. Okay, yeah, so two overlapping cubes on the bottom. This one would be on top here. Okay, but I'm not sure I like that. Okay, like obviously they would be a bit smaller. Like a half and a half overlapping in the center. So that kind of works. Okay, so I'm guessing that works actually. So yeah, the only issue issue left now is that pixel there that's standing out. I'm not sure how big of a deal that is. So yeah, for now I will leave it like that and see off stream if there's something I can do, and let's get back to ending the oxidation. Yeah, so yesterday we got the oxidation ticking, so there's a random chance that should match the copper block that the wheelbarrow will oxidize, and I've started the work on adding the scraping. Let's see. Okay, so you should be able to interact. You should be able to scrape it with an axe. And now I have to add the honeycomb to wax it, and then axe with honeycomb logic. And also figure out why, or maybe just not figure out and leave it as is. And maybe figure out why, yeah, why you can spam axe on that, and you can spam an axe on on the copper block. So I'm not sure why I can spam an axe here, and if I have a sword, like I'm holding right click right now with an axe, it just keeps on swinging. Now yeah, that shouldn't swing because here I have action result fail, and also action result consume should do the same. So let's restart it just to make sure like nothing happened between yesterday and today. So yeah, there's that. Which actually I don't think is too big of a deal, like it can just swing. So yeah, next would be, I guess, honeycomb, which will be a private property probably, actually another track the data, and then dewaxing it. And then also lightning rod, lightning strike logic, because if a copper block is struck by lightning, then it dewaxes, so summon lightning. So that too. Okay, and the axe is still swinging, but other than that, you can dewax it. that works. Oh, and also, I guess, I have to add the particles. Okay, do particles. Yeah, okay, there are particles happen every time I scrape it. And actually the waxing is the same. Okay, so this time they were yellow, white, and now copper. Okay. And so yeah, particles, lightning, and honeycomb. Use up the axe. Okay, and I have to use up the axe. Add particles and sound, lightning, and what was the one more thing? Yeah, whatever. Let's just keep it that for now. Okay, so let me think. Okay, so particles first, I guess, and the sun, or actually, yeah, using up the axe. So let's use up the axe. Should be really simple. Okay, sorry for that. So let's use up the axe. That should be just stack and use a stick, use on block, use on entity. Okay, I don't think that's what these are. Damage. Okay, damage by 1. What other damage functions are there? Okay, random. So that will be 1. It will be an entity, so a player, I'm guessing. And what else? A consumer, huh? Break, callback, so player. Okay, let me check the wiki. Because I'm not sure what I'm supposed to put there. Damage. Adding a damage type, adding tools. Okay, how do I use up a tool? I'm pretty sure there was something like that. How can I damage a tool by 1 point? Let's just ask. Should be faster. Okay, so there's damage tool. Damage amount, your entity. Okay. Okay, but what's the consumer? Damage is this item stack. This method should be used when a non-entity. Okay. This does not damage. It should be used when a non-entity such as a dispenser damages the stack. Okay, so that's not it. How do I damage an item stack? Use. If it's not damage and if it's not used, and I'm not sure what it is. Decrement. Okay, no, that's not it. Increment. Finish using. Get max damage. Get use action. Let's see. Item stack. Has entity get or create sub nested class summary. Damage key. Okay. Damage. Custom NBT. Damage key. What else is there? Damage this item stack. Fabric MC damage item. Okay, so that's not it. Items. Okay, where is that page? Not sure. Items, docs, okay. Rarity, okay, so that's for creating an item, I'm guessing. Max damage if absent, max damage. Spear reminder, rarity, fireproof. Okay, but where's the damaging? This page is archive, okay, so that's why I didn't see it. Okay, so this is for an entity. So I do need to add a consumer here. And what's a consumer? Consumer. What's a consumer? I want the other thing. Oh man. Try to find it in, clutter or the snow. What's it called? Snow day? Snowy spirit. Okay, when it's using a different version, so that that might not apply. Damage source. Destroy damage source. Hurt, okay, but this is this hurt, Gingy entity. Okay, so this is for an entity. Nope. Damage source, hurt, okay. Boat code, okay. And here, maybe here, hopefully. Damage. Okay, so let's actually, I think, let's find a mod that adds like custom items and handles that. Game mechanics, what could that be? Okay, whatever, let's call that magic. And first, simply souls, and also... Okay, Botania. Probably have it, but it will be complicated. But we should be fine. C120X. And architecture. Is that architecture branch? Okay, so there's the damage item, consume. Okay, let's go back to the damage. Damage item, stack, entity, break, callback. I would say consumer in Java. I'm being a dummy. Again, because I do need the consumer. Okay. Method used when an entity, including a player, damages the stack. Okay, so this is just a callback. Okay, so that should be thing. What's that? That's a consumer of a player entity. Okay, so why would I need a callback here? Entity is a player, decrement the stack and increment. If the item is broken, okay. If the stack is held by a player, and the callback should be send equipment break status. Send tool break status. Callback that takes an entity. Okay, I should have just read that. Damage. I need that on an item. Target damage, okay, so that's for damaging a thing. Oh. Merlash sword item, unique sword item. Unclicked gem socket, okay, so that's something else. Inventory tick. Post hit, get name. Band, tooltip, sword item. Where's simply swords sword item? Can repair, post hit, append tooltip, okay, so that's not it. Okay, never mind, that is it. Okay, but this is from the item. Actually, can I just check a import a sword item and see that? Stack damage, stack damage, post hit. Okay, syntax, okay, so just that, huh? Okay. Okay, but am I sure that this is the main hand? Oh, because let me see. Okay, so I need to take care of the hand. Probably shouldn't be too hard. Just let int, no, not let, just int hand count equals 0. Here I do the is main hand. That will be a boolean actually. Is main hand true, and after that we do is main hand equals false. Is main hand that and otherwise equipment slot. What's the not main hand offhand? Must be final or effectively final. What local variable is main hand? Defining an enclosing scope must be final or effectively final. Okay, because this is going to be okay, I see. This is going to be a pointer or something like that, probably. That will be sent. Okay, so I need to just do equipment slot and final equals that. And here I pass the hand. How's that in duplicate? Okay, here. And to damage, I guess. Okay. Okay, so that shouldn't damage the thing. Can I speed up the night and day cycle in Minecraft? Using a repeat command block though, if you want twice as fast, just do time add 1. Oh man, you probably hear that, but once again, somebody is cutting something in the kitchen. Oh, sorry. Okay. So let's move on. Man, such ominous music. Okay, so let's see if that works. Okay, on creative of course doesn't do anything, but now... Okay, it gets used up. Same in the offhand, I assume. Okay, so that's not what I wanted to happen. Yeah, okay. So we gotta make the correct hand swing. Let's make sure it gets used up in the despite not swinging. Okay, it does. I gotta make it swing. So let's come in the changes. Yes, that's changed. Not sure. And the match X on use, and then make the correct hand swing. Okay, so choose hand to swing. Okay. Uh, I make the open swing when I have an action result interact function. If you want to trigger the open swing animation when an action result is returned from an interaction function, you can do so by sending a custom network packet to the player. Oh. Man, can I check that in the maybe an axe item? Axe item. Use on a block, okay. These are stripping blocks and probably some just stripping, but that should be fine too. Try strip, okay. Optional is empty. Then we pass. Otherwise, I would assume, okay, we get a stack. criteria, emit event, block change, damage, success. But where do I swing the correct hand? Does hands have anything about swinging? Let's see. Nope, just an enum. Okay, so hand seems to be useless. I wonder why. Okay, what's happened here? Try to see what the hand is actually, because I'm curious. I want to know what the hand is. Okay, so this is just main hand. Well, this will always be a main hand, I'm guessing. Yep. How do I make it not main hand? That's odd. Okay, so if I shift click, it's the off hand. Okay. Should happen on that too. Okay, because I don't have the honeycomb logic. I'm just adding honeycomb return. So that the X doesn't go through, and then just pass the hand here. Can't. Let me think. How? Try strip. Okay, so stripping handles the tension state 2. Optional 1, optional 2, optional 3. Okay. For decreasing oxidation, stripping log, and removing wax. So play sound. Okay, going to need that. Optional of nullable. Honeycomb item walks to unwaxed blocks. Okay, so if this is that block, block change, damage, context get hand, item usage context. Should I want to have that on an item? No, because I can't have that on an item. Or can I have a mixin that handles that? Because I'm adding my logic directly to the entity. Here, the logic is on item, and yeah, it has the context instead. That provides the hand to. But still, there doesn't seem to be any logic about swinging the correct hand. Minecraft Fabric. Okay, these are not helpful at all. I'm Googling skills are not there at the moment. Let's see. Use on sign entity. Okay. Entity dot interact. Interaction observer. Where's the entity interact? Here. Okay, so I have the hand. Let me see if a mixin is what I'm looking for. Mixins, okay, introduction. Powerful and important tool in the Fabric ecosystem. The primary use is modifying existing code in the base game. Okay. Mixin registration should be okay in the JSON file. Let's start mixins. Injects allow you to place custom code at a specified position inside an existing method. For example, with the practical example category at the bottom of this page, the standard form of an injection is as shown. Okay, head the top of the method, return before, invoke, and tail. Okay, I'm not quite getting how to do it. Abstract classes. Shadow methods access this instance. How to mix in inner classes, mix into lambdas, mix into those not remapped. Okay, so these are tips, examples. Method full. Okay, injecting into the head of a static block, head of a method. Injecting into the tail. Okay, so I got that, but is there an example of these doing something useful? To the point of a shift amount. Okay, so this is the target is really weird, to say the least. See, this is at invoke. Okay, so when the fill method, when do something is invoked, and I shift that by 2, so I would guess that it goes down by 2. Okay, so I'm not a fan of all that injecting. Capturing on multiple locals. Okay, so no, I don't think I want to do that. That seems really annoying and hard to maintain. Okay, like these all seem useful if you're trying to do something you're not supposed to. I just want to interact with a thing. Adding a particle. Okay, so that's for later. Like conventions. Status effects, networking, custom bindings. Okay, I'm kind of lost. Okay, because interact, how much logic should? Because maybe that's not what the interact method is for. Let's check this thread again. Let's see the aircraft thingy. Maybe they have examples. Okay, so this is the an entity, but this is using the interaction result. And now I have action result, huh? Player hand. So there's player is secondary use active. His baby is dead, alive, frozen, glowing, holding. Oh, what else is there? Main player. Sneaking pose. Okay, so that could be useful. Custom name visible, immune to explosion, his creative level 2 OP. Okay, not sure what that is. I think, yeah, already seen these. So I think I'm doing something I'm not supposed to. Swing. Okay, so I do have swing hand. So maybe that could be used from server player. Let's call that true. See what's going to happen. Okay, so now, but how do I handle the? What do I do with the action result then? I mean, probably just consume, but I think I've already established that it doesn't do what it's supposed to. Okay, but let's try that and see what happens. And it's just stop trading or opens inventory or starts trading and calls super. Okay, so it can be actually repaired. Okay, so it seems like some more logic can be done here. But play sound. And some particles here. So that's nice. Probably what I'm going to need. And here just interaction consume. So no swing. Mm. Yeah, so swing is just handled with the interaction result. And these are blocks, not what I want. And there's an entity. Red consumes action. This is just called super on, let's see, on what implements container. Okay, so on entity. Okay, maybe not that sled entity. Let's see. Is secondary use active? Player hand. Okay, so I have some sounds. Can you use a die? Get item in hand. Actually, I forgot what was the change I was making. Okay, so I added the swing hand. That's not it. So let's try to use these methods. Is secondary use active? So that's if not. How do I know if a secondary use is active? Let's see. I added some logs, okay, but I already know what the hand is. Okay, sorry about that, I'm back, had to do something. Okay, so where were we? I need to see what does the... It's not stick. What does that look like? Plus other stuff. Player is secondary. Okay. I don't have that. Use wood, update velocity, upward speed, and status, handles hand swinging, okay. Okay, notice holding. Is in pose, is leaving, is blocking, not sure what that means. Ground pushable, is main player part of the game, okay. in sneaking, in swimming. Man, how do I handle these? Okay, let me try the ship entity. It has shears and you can feed it. Port ship. Okay, but probably shears have that entity for that. Okay, so this is in the block it drops. Okay, max grass timer. Colors. Init goals. Okay, so that's for behavior. Mob tick. Okay, but this is a living entity. It probably is going to have something special too. Create ship attributes. Root table ID, handle status, get neck angle, head angle, interact. Okay, but this is interact mob. But it takes in the same things. Let's see. Item stack is off. So is shears. I think I have is of axe. Something like that. Let's see. Is in. What's the difference between is in and is off? Under the item is the. Okay, so probably because there are only. Probably because there it's only for one shear. Yeah, so this is from items, not items tags. So I should have is of that to do it the same way. Ship does it, and let's see if axe. Okay, no, this is mine. So if is shearable, then this sheared. I emit a game event. I damage the stack. Send the status. Otherwise, I do the thingy. See, set sheared true. Get world. Play sound. And what's that? Okay, so the random amount that's dropped. Okay, but this works with shears in the offhand, I'm assuming. So, see, ship. And the other thing is shears. Okay. Yep, it swung the other hand. So why is that not the case for my wheelbarrow? Can I disable this in game rule? Wandering? Nope. See, is there a game rule for wandering trader? Do trader spawning. Okay. Oh, is that swinging the other hand? Let's see, interact mob. Is breeding item. Then we do the thing, can eat. This love player, okay. Very cool. Okay, so if I'm on the server, and here, swing only if I'm on the server, and if I'm on the client, I do consume. Interact mob, okay. So this just passes. So I don't need that. And that should be pass. In case an action is not performed but allows other actions to perform. Maybe. Okay, hand to damage. That's correct, I think. Instead of the main hand logic, I could have the two hand. Equals hand and main hand. Okay, wrong language. Don't need that. Okay, but no, that doesn't work because I'm going through both hands. Get stuck in hand. Okay, so let's try that. Player gets stuck in hand. Hand. Item stack. Other stuff plus used item. Okay, so we have the hand, I have the other item. Now let's just comment all of that for a moment to see what's going to happen. Actually, let's not skip anything. Let's comment that and see what do I get from getting the get stuck in hand. But how does it know which hand I want to use? I mean, I probably can assume that if the axe is in other hand and I'm right clicking on it, I want to ride it, and if you want to use it, then you have to shift click it to use it. So like that. So let's see, now I had nothing. Now I have an axe. I have honeycomb. Okay, so this is offhand. Okay, so I mean that's not the same way it works on the blocks. Still should be fine. So yeah, let's make it so that if you right click with it, it assumes it's just main hand and you gotta shift right click it to have it be the other hand. So that would be the axe, and that would be nothing. Now it would be the axe. Now it would be the honeycomb block, and otherwise you just write it, okay. So that's easy enough. Sure. Let's make that work. Not how I initially planned it, but it's fine. Okay, and the build item damage stack, so that will be the used item. Okay, is everything right? Should be. Let's do it like that. That should be self-explanatory, no need to make it variable, a variable, and then figure out why still swings. Okay, let's see what's going to happen. What should happen is, okay, that shouldn't need that, or actually I should. How is that done here? Item stack damage and send tool break status. Okay, so can't. And the method send equipment slot is in the type living entity is not applicable for the argument's hand. Okay, that's kind of bullshit. Because I have the literal the same thing. So why is that not working? Okay, but that is. Where is it? And that has no errors. Okay, odd. Really odd. So let's restart it again. And do the parentheses make a difference? No, so what's the... Okay, send equipment break status. Oh man, my bad. This is the send tool break status, okay. Makes sense. Okay. Now it does nothing because yeah, it just passes. Okay, now it just does nothing. Oh. Okay, I wonder why that is. I'm in right clicking now and it's doing nothing. But it is it is unboxing it or scraping it, or rather scraping it, sorry. Okay. Thinking, what do I wanna log? Okay, let's try that. Wheelbarrow logger info using item stack. Man, item stack. Name. And get translation. Nope. Just make it in the get name. We'll just make it item stack. With hand. See also is in sneaking pose. is in sneaking pose, returns whenever the entity is in a crouching pose. Compared to sneaking, it only makes the entity appear crouching and does not bring other effects of sneaking. Okay. Okay, so is sneaking. Let's log that too. Player is sneaking. And that guy is. Rather, this is really loud. Okay. Okay, so looks like interact is probably only for right click. Yeah, interact may not be the method I want to use. It looks like interact is not happening when I call the offhand. Actually, it was happening when I was checking that earlier. Think. Okay, that's my bad. I think I need to add a log here before, just not just for access, but for everything. So let's restart and try that. Okay, so not just air. Okay, now that's nothing. Okay, when I'm holding shift and right clicking. So why did I have the logs earlier? I think probably because I was going through both hands. Okay, so if it's not interact that I want to use, and what is it? Entity, interact, open the Minecraft fabric. Okay, I am on the entity. Let's see, when do I have interact? And it's a lot of methods. Static or instance. Okay. Interacts. interact at in the entity at this specific position, sure. Emit game event, called in interact when the player is interacting in the entity. Emit game event, okay. Interact. And okay, but if you can use both hands, then we need like a method, like is interactable, something relating to the hand. Interact and this should not be used in most cases. Hit position, okay. Is removed offhand. And what's that? That's equip stack. The other is same thing. Summary. Okay, so let's not do nested, let's do that. Let's check hand. Okay, so that's 73 matches now. Get hand items, get hand position offset. Handle attack, handle status, interact, okay. Update. Make my entity interact method work also when using an offhand. Rather, my entity can be interacted with when holding an axe. An interact method. It's called correctly when the axe is in main hand, but when it's in offhand, then nothing happens. Okay, the entity is usually not called by default. Software results, okay. If you want to customize the behavior and allow interactions even when holding an item in the offhand, you may need to implement your own logic. You can do this by capturing the player's input and manually triggering the interaction when the offhand is used. Okay, but that's just not called when the offhand is not happening. I'm shifting, holding shift right now and right clicking and just doesn't care. Okay, oh man, it's yoinked the ship. That's why you're being annoying. Okay, but do I actually care about, I mean I do care because you're holding sneak, then I would like you to be able to do nothing with the offhand. And so let's see the man again. Let's check the axe class again. Axe item class. And okay, so that has trace strip, use on block. So does an item, mining tool item, stands tool item, use let's see. Okay, because maybe I am going to need a mixin after all. See, use on. Okay, axe item, use on entity. Item stack, use on entity. Dye item, bone meal item, honeycomb item. Can I import the honeycomb item? Strip entity, that's axe, okay. Put honeycomb item. Sign changing item. Okay, does it affect signs too? Wonder in what way? Chiseled copper. Okay, so that's just, these are just all the blocks. Use on block. Use on sign. Are there copper signs? What happens if I wax that? Not sure. Actually, let's check that out. Minecraft honeycomb. Waxing. See, waxing honeycomb on a block of copper changes the block variant, preventing its wax variant. Okay. Minecraft. Waxing signs. Sign can be unwaxed or edited. Can you edit signs now in Minecraft? I get one that I can place on a block. Okay, I can, nice. I wax it, then I can't anymore. Okay. Okay, so I just need to add a method to an X item and the honeycomb item, I guess, use on entity. Front, not sure what that means, player, set waxed, sync world event, and then skip. Can use on sign text. See, use on a block. What is that called? Use on sign. Okay, so man, that's really annoying. Using mixin, how would I add a use on entity method to the Minecraft axe item? At mixin axe item, public abstract class axe item mixin. Okay, so let's rename that to the axe item mixin. Let's see if that works. Okay, and I want that to be on the axe item. And let's see, where do I inject? Okay, I don't inject anywhere. Oh, use an entity. And if I don't overwrite, let's just add it. Let's log. Let's add missing imports. Store these and let's see. Wheelbarrow logger info used on entity. Target. Attacker. And the hand. Okay, and I probably have to add that to the mixins here. Mixins, axe item mixin. Injectors default require, okay. Let's see what's going to happen. And that's really annoying that I have to do that. Okay, so that's not it. That didn't do anything. Let's see, what does the abstract class do? Mixins. Supporting mixing class, examples. Access the instance of the class your mixin is targeting, okay. Static block, head of a method, injecting. Abstract, I think there was something about abstract, nope. So why is, okay, my thing abstract here, where is it? Never mind, I'm not sure where I got the abstract from. But can I add a method to a class? Can I use mixins to add a new method to an existing vanilla class? I'm learning the basics of mixins, and so far basically it seems like the only inject code into existing methods. Is it possible you can extend the block in your own mixin, override the method? I want to inject any method into the class I needed though. I'm creating a mixin, extending its superclass and overwriting the method. Okay, I'm not sure what that means. I would like an example, please. When extending block in your mixing class and adding add override to the method. Just add it in without that override is quite a brittle way because you won't know if it actually matches the super method signature. Then have to add, trying to add a new one. Duck interface, have an interface with your method and have a mixin. Man, where is an example? If you want to add a method to a class, have your mixing class implement an interface that contains your methods. Then if you want to refer to those methods in another class, you cast the instance to your interface. You want to add variables to your target class. Okay, I don't need to call them, I just need them to exist, I think. The variables to your mixing class, then do the same thing I already described, except the methods you implement are getters, setters, for those variables. Okay. Tameable entities. Adding a block. Custom events. Mixing inheritance. Is that so small? What page is it? Oh, and just www. Mixing inheritance enables us modders to make the whatever technique for improved compatibility. The basic form of mixing inheritance is to use the parent mixin to bookmark a position in vanilla method where we wish to apply changes, and then use child mixins that target individual classes which may require tailored code in order to work properly. Let's take a look at the outline. Okay, so there's the parent mixin for a parent class and child mixin that extends the parent mixin. Okay. So it's starting to look like going through both hands. Was what I wanted to do. Interface injection. to add methods into a specific existing class. More specifically, you can create an interface and then inject this interface into the class. As a result, the target class will acquire only methods of the interface as if it always had them. Okay, that sounds nice. The scope of this example is to add the following method into flowable fluid to get the sound of bucket when emptied. Okay, to add the method into the class, first of all, you need to create an interface with it. Okay, and Max item mixing implements bucket empty sound getter. Okay, so let's add interfaces. Actually, let's see if I can commit something useful. Probably not. Yep, nothing. Okay, so interfaces, and that will be the max item use on entity. Package, assassin mode, interfaces, okay, and public class, other interface, that, and default use on entity. See, that's what I actually want. Use on block, okay, use on entity. Let's see again. Use on entity, item use on entity, item stack use on entity. Call on both the client and the server. When a player uses the item on an entity, this method is called on both stuff. The logical side can be checked using wordless client. Should be used if the item can be used on multiple types of entities, such as tags or saddles. Can be used on multiple types of entities. I mean, can be used on one. Not sure how to do that otherwise, or how to do it differently. Use on. Nope. Use on. Okay, so just a use on. Is there just use on? If nothing else. Nope. All of these seem to have the thing they are being used on. Okay, so I'd like a default. Let's have it be. See, what should it be? Should be an action result. Action result. Okay, and I need to take in all of those things. Let's do wheelbarrow, logger, info, use the thing, and let's return action result. Success, I guess. And I'm gonna add the imports. Okay. Now let's read the wiki. We need to inject the interface into that thing. The following snippet can be added to the fabric. Okay, so this is the mixin. The methods in an injected interface must be default. Okay, so let's do that in the interface, I guess. So now, okay, mixing the class, mixing flowable fluid, implements, ox item, use an entity. Okay. So that's the same thing, and it needs an override. Okay, so is it saying that I need to call that? This use an entity. Nope. So what is it saying? I think that's the exact same thing. Maybe the private is different. Default, public, player entity. Okay, so I guess I had it. That's not what I had, okay. And the attacker is... Okay, so the entity it's being used on, okay. That's not actually a living entity, I don't think. Should be any entity. Not just a living entity. Use an entity. Okay, so it takes in a living entity. That's concerning because I need any entity. We can use the new method. Okay, wait, is it injected? Implements, override, have public, sure. Default, so I don't need a public here, I guess. Okay. Loom inject interfaces. Okay, where do I do that? Your fabric mode JSON. Okay, so do I need that in my mixins? Because it is a mixin. You know, man, I wish I specified that. So let's see. Custom. Loom injected interfaces. Okay. How do I know? Know that all class names here must use the internal class name that use slashes instead of dots. Internal names. How do I get the... Man, why not stuff skipped? How do I get the class internal name? That will be com. Hopefully. Wheelbarrow. I have no clue what that should be. Let's try just interfaces. And then the max item use on entity. And here, whatever, and just pass the path to an axe. and hope that's good enough. And just item, X entity. Probably not going to work. Like, I don't think it was even called. Is there 1 and 0 in front? I'm guessing this is for the main hand. Okay, let's remove that because I don't think that's... Oh man, I messed that up. For some reason I can't remove files in Neo3. Hi Daddy Codes, what's up? What are you developing? I'm making a simple mod for Minecraft that adds a wheelbarrow. I want to learn how to make Minecraft mods. Let me launch it real quick for you. Okay, what went wrong? Something did went wrong, not sure. How are you? Okay, I think I gotta clean that up fully. Great, happy to hear that. Suggest under mode, okay, don't have that. Mixing. Mixins, okay, so let's remove these because I don't have any mixins at the moment, and if I do end up with any, then I will add that back, and yeah. Let me try to show you the current progress. I've been stuck on a thing for like half an hour or more at this point. Thank you for the follow. DALI codes. Okay, so let's see. I already have my entity in the model for it and a texture. I've been working on that for last 2 weeks. So as you can see, I have 4 variants, and yesterday I implemented the aging for them. So if I do the game rule random tick speed and set it to like 1000, then yeah, they will age nicely. Okay, and now I wanted to add the logic for scraping them and waxing, but for some reason I can't get the interactions to work. With main hand it works. With offhand, yeah, I'm not sure how to make it work using the offhand. I've been stuck on that. So yeah, walks doesn't do anything at the moment, but axe seems to work fine. Let's see. Yeah, here's the scrape logic. And now will be the honeycomb logic. And I got stuck on making it work with the offhand. The item stack. Okay, so I'm not sure why there's then 0 and 1 when doing the item stack, but like right now I'm shifting, sneaking, and right clicking, and it's not doing anything when on the copper block it is. So that's not ideal, and I'm not sure how to deal with that. Okay, but I guess I can just come back to it later, and for now just add the honeycomb logic under the waxing stuff. Figure out why it still swings, okay. And let's see, I'm going to need like a tracked data. Is waxed. Can I do a boolean like that? Can, okay. What methods are available on hand and high sublasket? Okay, so the hand is actually not too useful. Hand seems to be just an enum. So like there is all of these are built in, and there will be the main and off hand. So this is just for checking what hand. Let's see my logs, main hand or off hand. It's not happening for some reason with the interact method. Oh, in plugins you would do the get main hand or get off hand or something similar to get the item the player is holding. So here I have the get stuck in hand and I pass the hand, so that's kind of it. Also I was looking into the for example an aircraft mode. Here they have an interact method and they are using something like is secondary is active. And the same thing with, okay, so this is Snow Spirit, but let's see. Does the event not trigger? Which event? Interacting event is triggering because I have a log here and you can see it there. So let me show you the that sled. So here I think this is for the older version because they have an interaction result instead of an action result. They're using the get item in hand. So I think 1.20.4 does it differently. Do see the log. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, okay, but I've been stuck on that for like over half an hour, so I'll just move on, and for now, let's just add the waxing logic. So let me in the data tracker. It will be probably false. And I need the is waxed. And here too. Not an integer, but a boolean. What arguments does get item in hand take? I see one on forge docs, and that takes a hand argument. Yeah, this is fabric version. So I don't have the get item in hand there. I'm not sure if that's get item use time, get items equipped, and cooldown manager. So I'm not sure if that's a forge issue, fabric forge issue, or a different version because the mod Snow Spirit that, for example, I have here, I think has a fabric version. Yeah, this is in common. And this is in common, so I'm not sure what they are using to get it working on both the fabric and forge versions, but it doesn't seem like I can just copy the same thing. It probably doesn't work with offhands too. I don't think they care about offhand. Maybe they do. Try adding chest. I'm not sure, I would have to download it and check. But I can just postpone it for now and worry about waxing. So I have is waxed. Now I should just have to add it when honeycomb is used. So let's see if this, okay, I need the getter and setter for that too. The oxidation level. This will be public boolean get is waxed. Is waxed. that returns a boolean. Okay, it does. And probably set is waxed. And just, okay, set. Avoid methods, okay, so no return. So if this is waxed, did I not? Oh, get is waxed, okay. Get is waxed. Then we just return action result, consume, and otherwise we set. And return success, okay, so that's easy enough. But I don't have any particles to indicate that it is waxed. Well, let's see just if nothing crashes for now. Next will probably be particles, so I can see that something's happened. And I will need to add the scraping wax in access. Okay, so that will be an indicator of whether that's working or not. Okay, so it was used. Yeah, if I'm sneaking, then it doesn't even get triggered, the interact method. And also, for some reason, interact like keeps swinging, despite the fact that consume action. Oh man, that was there. Yeah, the consume action indicates that no animation should be played, and for some reason, it's always swinging. Like I can permanently swing an axe. Like I'm just holding right click now. The same with honeycomb, despite me having the consume here. Not sure what that's about, unfortunately. Yeah, but let's now just make it unscrape. Yeah, scrape the waxed. So let's add a variable here. Boolean is waxed. Now, if it's waxed, then we do set is waxed false. Okay, do I need to call this? Oh, I wonder. I'll just keep this, not sure. It looks like I can call it without that. Get oxidation level. Okay, so I think I was the one that added all of these. Not sure if having this helps or not. Whatever it can stay. Okay, so if set works, then I do false and I consume. Or another success here. So now I should be able to wax it and scrape it. And next thing will be particles probably. Let's comment that log for now, since it's not really helping. I think I've already listened to that music. Have I gone through the whole playlist? Not sure. I don't think so. Okay, so maybe that's just similar. Okay, so I mean, like I'm going to see what's happening. Yeah, okay, so I can actually see, because if I use an axe now, then nothing happens, and then the scraping happens. So yeah, I am removing the wax. Okay, and in tick method, I should make it so if it's waxed, then I skip the oxidation. So let's commit the changes. Remove that, remove that. It's changed here. Okay, just formatting. So add works logic, okay. And let's keep oxidation if it's works. So if it's server and I'm not oxidized and not this get is works. Okay, so let's see if that works. I think it's oxide. It's oxidize actually. Let's check. Okay, no, never mind. It probably is oxidize. It's oxide. Okay, makes sense. And not oxidize if waxed. Now with that ready, I should be able to just place 2 barrels, wax one of them, and do gamer roll tick speed. Let's make it 1000. Okay, yeah, this should be oxidizing, and this should be should not care. I think that's random enough. Okay, so that's warm, that's working. Okay. And set that back up to 3. And what would be next? Particles, I guess. On the particles and sound, okay. Let's add the sound first because I think that's easy enough. See the X item and something about sound, okay. Item axe scrape and item walks off. Okay, ooh, yeah, stop. Ooh. Interact. Okay, so let's see, if I'm scraping, then I'm going to need the item walks off sound and world, okay. So that would be this, get world. And I need to import the sound stuff. Field entity position is not visible. Okay, so I need a position which will be this get pose, okay. And the method play sound. It's not applicable for the arguments. Okay, so this is taking in the block position. Okay, so how do I get the block position? Get the block position. Okay, I guess that's how. And let's see if a sound is going to play now. Actually, let's add one more. Let's see the honeycomb item. It does not have sound. It does. No, never mind. It has notify all and redraw. Okay, maybe it doesn't have a sound. Kind of makes sense. Mid-game event. Success, okay. So I guess this doesn't have a sound. Okay, but the axe does. That's odd. So let's see if I did that right. Okay, so let's see. Okay, this does have a sound. This also has a sound. Okay, and this didn't have a sound. Maybe because I didn't save the changes. Okay, but let's see, if it works, then I play a sound. Sound category blocks. Okay, not really, I don't think that's the one I want. I would want the entities, if there is such a thing. There isn't. Players. Ambient, hostile, neutral. Players, maybe? Okay, let's make that players, sure. It's not a block. And the player made the sound. I mean, the player made a sound, but here, that's the blocks anyway. Actually, I think clutter will have what I need, hopefully. Should have what I'm looking for. Because if it has oxidizable blocks, then it also has to somehow make them scrapable and waxable. Let's see, block, entity, custom, oxidizable. Okay, so that's the same logic the oxidation stuff has, sure. And is there something about scraping? Axe, what do I want? Interact? Wax, honeycomb, honeycomb, ingredients. Okay, so that's not it. Oh man. Recipe data gen. Offer cluttering waxing recipes. What does that do? Unwaxed to waxed blocks. Okay, so that's not what I want, I don't think. Scrape. Okay, increased oxidation state is present. Sulfur item. And there are some particles here. So that should be useful. Okay, but I guess let's change the category back to blocks. Let's add a log. Playing sound on. Okay, on this get block position. Let's see. I mean, also I can adjust the second sound too. Item scrape. A sound on this get block position. Let's see if the log is here. Okay, so sound should have played. -3. Okay, so more or less correct. Minus 14, so that's there. Yeah, like here. Okay, I mean, it's kind of what it's supposed to be. Sure. Okay, but it's not playing. So I'm not sure what that's about. Play sound. Player entity. Okay, do I want a null here? Maybe? Null? Null? Let's see. Position, okay, sound events, and that. Okay, so all of that makes sense. Oh, the particles, scrape, okay. Going to need that. So that's nice. And let's see. Okay, so I have a sound now, that's really cool. Seems to work. Actually, does it stay between world saves? Because I keep having to place a new wheelbarrow. And is it me cleaning that up? Okay. I don't think the... Okay, so that was the sound again. Okay, but wait. Should be item walks off. And the same sound. Okay, so this is like the same sound when the walks is applied. Let me pause the music. Okay, so this is the same sound when the block walks is applied, but also with the scraping sound. Yes, and the sounds are correct, but it looks like the is walks preserved. Let's see. No, is walks is not preserved. And I reload the world for some reason. Like I walks it, and I go back. Yeah, now it's not walks. Okay, I think I must have missed something. Okay, so the sound is fine. Let's see, data tracker, data oxidation level, I'm guessing. Oxidation, type. Okay, register data, that's correct. Boolean. Here I start tracking. Okay. Write custom data to NBT. Okay, so I think I need that to is waxed. Okay, so boolean cannot be. What can I put a boolean here? No, I need a string. Okay. Let's see. How do I write? How do I write a boolean to NBT? I read it back. To write a boolean to NBT named binary. Oh, sorry. Tag. Do a new NBT compound. Sure. NBT put boolean. Okay, instead of string. Makes sense. Put boolean. Now, if nbt contains is waxed, and what's the second thing? Int type. An element of the specified type and the specified key. Function can also be number type. Okay, what's the type supposed to be? Number type? Nope. I just not have anything there. This set is waxed. nbt get the boolean is waxed. Okay, not sure why. Let's try to ask. I'm storing the oxidation level like so. Why is there an 8? Do I need it? Okay, do I need it? And what would that number be for a boolean? Okay, in the context of Minecraft's NBT system, the 8 represents the tag type for a byte. Each NBT tag has a type associated with it, and this type is represented by a numerical ID. Byte has the ID of 8. When you use NBT put boolean, byte has a value of 1 for. Here's an example. This is the way I have it. And if the associated value has the tag type of 8, which is a byte. Let me see the boat entity again. Port boat entity. Here I have the boat type, which is an integer, okay? I do boat. A boat will emit a sound every time a paddle is near this rotation, okay? NBT, and think about NBT type, get variant as string. Here, NBT element string type. Okay, so I would want NBT element integer, and it's string type. Is it? It is. Is it? I mean, it is, but shouldn't be. Boat entity. Or other boat type. Okay, contains, and then I just get string. What else can I check? Maybe minecart entity has a type. Minecart entity. NBT. Nope. NBT. Okay. Get the boolean. As custom block. Get integer. Okay. Custom. Okay. Put and read. NBT. Okay. So let's just have it like that. Boolean. Okay. So there's no boolean. Number type, byte type, compound type, huh? So let's see again what ChatGPT said. For Boolean, you don't need to explicitly do that, okay, because it's a byte, okay? That's, I mean, that's convenient. So let's see if it gets preserved now. Okay, I need that, and I need that. storage works in NBT. Let's make sure it works. After committing the changes, classic. And if it is working, then let's see. Okay, and just... I don't have the sound for boxing it. So that will be next probably. Okay, the sound is there, so it's working correctly. Let's finish adding the sounds. See, I have walks, and there walks off, I have scrape, and now I need the walks apply, I guess. So the same thing as here. And what is the sound I wanna play? Sound of the police. Whoop whoop. Can I go to that? Okay, took a moment. Any sounds? And if I only draw, block walks. Okay, that's not it. The sound? Nope. Go to state of a block. Okay, state. Okay, maybe I can find that sound. How many sounds can there be, huh? Item walks. Okay, turns out that a lot. Can go to that, I can. Walks. Walks off, okay. Honeycomb walks on. That sounds about alright. Okay, so let's check if that's working. Next would be the particles. Oh, the chill song. Okay, the sound is there, perfect. Okay, amazing. That was really simple. And the changes are really few. There are really few changes. Man, sorry. Something like that. Odd, X, honeycomb. Sounds, okay. Next will be the particles. So let's see. Okay, so I probably need to copy the particle logic from either the sled or the other thing, or clutter. With that, but actually, let me take a quick 2-minute break to grab myself some water and use the toilet. So, I'll be right back in 2 minutes. Okay, I'm back, so I'll just power through adding particles, and I would like to check whether the am I unmuted? I am. Okay, so after adding the particles, I would like to check if the die and whatever else the sled has. What else is there? Okay, so it has a die for my stack is wool carpets, and I don't have a seat. Okay, then I set seat to the carpet. Okay, so yeah, that carpet and a chest probably. Yeah, then I want to check if that works with the item in offhand. In the offhand. Okay, so let's see how the particles are done here. Something like that. Maybe that will be enough. Okay, that's really complicated. Rather really long piece of code. Okay, so that's when you scrape a thing. Let's see. Particle types. Scrape. Let's import that and say this get world. Next double. Okay, I don't have a entity position is not visible. Okay, so I would like to have the position. What's that? Velocity, okay. So vec pose equals please get position. And also I think I want something else. No, okay, it's fine. Okay, so let's see if that's what that's doing. Okay, but it's adding 32 particles. Okay, I missed that part. So I want that. Is that okay? That is after or rather before the damaging. I also need to consume the honeycomb. So let's check. Yeah, I mean honeycomb is consumed, but let's just make sure. Think it is, but let's make sure that it is when you walk something. Yeah, it is okay. So let's also just make sure that mine isn't. Yeah, mine isn't okay. Okay, there are no particles that I can see. So I have by that and okay times. Okay, I more or less see what's happening there. I'm not sure why it's not happening. Maybe it's happening somewhere underground. Underground for some reason. Nope, it's not. Okay, so let's try to see where these particles are happening. So that will be let. Let's see, what does it take? Okay, and not let. So double x equals that y and double z equals and let's log that particle at okay plus I at okay man, I think I really want string formatting for that. String format particle d okay, add rather an int. Not sure, I don't think it matters. Add x y and z. Need the I, x, y, and z. Let's see. What am I? Okay. I'm missing a semicolon. So that should be everything. And let's see if the particles are happening. I mean, they should be there, just probably not visible for some reason. I don't care about the velocity. And that spike theme playing, and it's so long. Almost 6 minutes. Failed to handle player interaction suppressing error conversion. Equals I. Okay, so for formatting, how do I add D? Maybe like digit. How do I format an integer? Java string format integer. Format method. Okay, that's really bright, but let's see. F. Okay, so that's the integer. Okay, is a D. Okay. Floating point, decimal, G. Okay, that should be correct. Okay, so particles should have happened. See the position. And that is minus 12, 63, and okay, 0. Okay, all of them are a bit smaller. Never mind, they're correct. I just bumped my wheelbarrow. So I like how memory is just going 4% up and then back down, up, back down, up, back down. Yeah, location rate, okay. So it doesn't seem like I have a memory leak that I'm worrying about with that warning, resource leak. Okay, so let's see how do particles work. Add particle. How can I implement the box scrape particles for my entity in interact method? Let's let ChatGPT cook, and while it does that, let's see if there's anything on particles. Adding particles, I mean, wow, okay. Default particle type, fabric particle types, simple. So let's see, simple particles might not use Minecraft's own particle factories. Sorry. This means all behavior must be equal to an already existing particle in vanilla. For example, we'll do a green variant of flame particle and the particle used for the top of torches. First, register that, okay. Client side register. Okay, model and texture. Green flame. Mod ID. Okay, but this is just a particle. That's a... Your particle should work flawlessly. Yes, let's see. Can I do the particle Minecraft scrape at my position? Sure. Delta, not sure what that would be. Okay. So that's exactly what I need. Yep. Okay, and these also have their hues varied a bit, but why is it not working for me? Let's see what has ChatGPT cooked. Cooked. Okay, I noticed that as the stream goes on, I start speaking more quiet and quieter. I start getting quieter. Override interact, okay. Spawn walks particles. Spawn particles walks on 10 and a lot of stuff here. See, it says spawn particles and I have add. Spawn. No. Particle. Particle. Okay, and that. Okay, so this has some add important particle. This has an override. Rather, always spawn. Velocity. Man. Let's see, parameters. Okay, double x, y, and z. And instead here there's an always spawn and the velocity. Okay, so just an always spawn. So what if I add the true here? Let's see if that helps. Oh, let's check that particle. Okay, clients, so these are just different types. Add the particle. Client world, okay. So I do want that to happen server. I don't think yeah, I'm calling that on, or rather I want that to happen on client. I'm calling that on server, so maybe that's the issue. Should I get a warning then? Maybe just server world is fine with doing client code, but it's not working the other way around. Yeah, okay. Well, that's not it. So probably something about server and client. This get world and yeah, because this is no when I'm not in client. Okay, let me see the axle item. Okay, so sound, okay, but there are no particles here for some reason. Particles, yep, nothing there, huh. Sync world event, maybe that takes care of it. Sound. Let me do the decrementing honeycomb first. And now item stack decrement. Feed entity use honeycomb. Use up honeycomb. Okay, and I'm guessing what will happen if I call that on client. How do I call that on client? See the code I'm copying that from. Okay, use on block is client. Okay, so it doesn't have any is client checks. Okay, well, this is the context get item. Particles, I think there were some particles here. Particularly util, that's not what I want to see. Sled entity, spawn particles, spawn tray particles. Actually, let's go back to that, because is there anything to do with client and server? Yeah, I think there is, because this is every tick. And this is the tick method, and now client spawn particles. Yeah, if this is on client, then I'm doing it, huh? So that's not ideal. Fabric, spawn particles, server. Create particles with that. You spawn particles through either this. Okay, so use client where possible. Tested it. Took me a bit to figure that out. I have type world.particle. Okay, so what's going to happen if I just move the spawning particles for a moment, like up, just there? That should happen every time now. I use the item, the wheelbarrow, rather interact with it. So maybe the issue is that I'm calling in the server, which according to that in Google search and one post. Yep. I need to offset it a bit because these are. Okay, but let's first make them happen only. How can I do that? Are these visible to other players? They care about them being visible? I mean, I kinda do, but. Server world. From the server. By the way, if you want to spawn particles from the server, you need to call server world spawn particles. Server world, let's see, that's still exists, sorry. Think about particles, explosion, spawn particles, okay, it does. So I'm guessing I need to cast my world to it. Particles. That to do should be almost done. Okay, and now if I were to see, I think that's for the axe. So I need to cast it to server world and spawn particles. I think that should hopefully not crash. Okay, so no true. Okay, so let's see how much is it. The particle, then x, y, and z, count. And speed. Okay, so let's change these. Okay, I don't need that, and I need a that at the end. Okay, so next would be the count. Let's make it 1. Syntax error on token. Let's see, what's next? I think it's the count. Spawn particles. Nope. Spawns a particle visible to nearby players. Okay, that's what I want. Okay, and I do that in a for loop. Let's not do that in a for loop. Let's do that once and let's see what the count does. Maybe it will handle that. Probably not. So actually, no, I don't need count. I need a speed. So can I do it like 5? Nope. What is it supposed to be? Default particle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and I have 7. F? Nope. And default particle. Okay, so T is the issue. What's the T supposed to be? T, oh, a T. Okay, cool. Let's see. T particles, spawn particles, particle types. More? No, that's not it. So what's the issue? Huh? I have a particle, I have X, Y, and Z. Okay, so I need the count after that. So let's make that 1. Now I need a double speed, so let's also add a 1 here. Okay, so that's correct. And let's see what it looks like. Okay, I would like to check if the copper particles are visible to other players. The multiplayer, setting up, in general, restarting, man, I need to accent my G's more, I think. Fabric, multiple clients, modding, swap between multiple clients. Okay, none on that. Side. Fabric, local development, connect on multiple accounts. Okay, that's not what I want. I would like to host my server, whatever. Let's just check the particles. Maybe that will be. Maybe I will take care of that tomorrow. Okay, so there's one singular particle. Where is it happening? Okay, so in a random spot there. Okay, so let's add more and see if all of them spawn on top of each other, or if they have some randomness to them. I mean, there's random, that's a constant random. I'm pretty sure there was something about just ChatGPT it. Is it possible for me to connect multiple clients to my node development world on one so I can test stuff? So I can test stuff. Man, that was so quiet on me, sorry. Set up a server, huh? Your local machine for testing. Would just like to have two clients open. To like to have two Minecraft instances open on my PC and connect to the same world LAN. Something like LAN. Is there no other way than to set up a server? Same machine in the same world without setting up dedicated server. You can do that, hopefully. Is there anything about LAN? Man, where was that? They mentioned it somewhere, but I'm not sure where. Can't remember where. Code structure. Setting up. Advice. While Fabric API is not strictly necessary for developing mods, okay. Occasionally keep up with the latest Loom version, Gradle version, if you are developing mods for old Minecraft versions. And troubleshooting. Missing sounds. Okay. So I'll have to run that too. Okay, but let's first check the particles. Okay, so all of them, yeah. I mean, no, they seem fine actually. Kind of what I want. I just have to, yeah, adjust the random. They aren't that close to each other. I do like using the count instead of a for loop. Okay, that's promising. So what is it going to be? Probably not half a block. Let's remove that. That should remove the offset, hopefully. Maybe I'll have to add one of my own. Okay, now, but before I do that, let me download the assets. And let's run the game. And let's see if I can do a LAN thingy. Let's run another client. And I really hope that's the case. That would be easy, simple, and convenient. Okay, so now they are below. Oh, where are they actually? Okay, let me move that to just always make it happen so that I can spam it and see where it's actually happening. Ah man, what layer am I on? Okay, I'm on the wrong layer, that makes sense. I wanted to copy that and okay. And actually let me try to allow, sure. Game mode creative. 69420, can I do that? No, that's too much, is it? Yeah, okay, so let's make it 11037. Okay. Let's see if I can connect to it. Proceed. Join server. Man, that's big. Let's go. Where am I? Here. Yeah, that's so cool. Okay. So I wanted to see if the default is up. Let's put that there so I can see. Okay, let's put that in the other corner then so I can see. Okay, yeah, so I see particles there, and let's see the same for the copper block. Yeah, okay, so these seem to be server particles. Okay, so that's nice that I can test it like that. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, so let's restart and let's see where the particles are spawning. I should probably just remove the randomness. I didn't have to destroy that. Let me remove the randomness to see where the center is. Divided by that, and that's okay. Let's just copy it so I don't lose it. And just do that with a random direction, sure. No, that's random velocity. And direction too, I guess. Let's go to the next line. Next line. It can, okay. That has to stay here. That's the speed. What's the difference between velocity and speed? Wonder if I make it like 0.2, then they will spawn like one after another slowly. Maybe that's what it's for. Maybe it's described there. Once a particle, can I open that? Server player entity, don't care about that. I think I want just that. Number of players the particle was sent, particle packet was sent to, and speed. I don't know what the speed is. See if I'm right or if it's unrelated. And again, I'm getting quieter. Okay, so that's below. Not really what I wanted, where I want it to be. So I definitely want it higher. Plus half a block, maybe. Let's see. Okay, so now they seem to be in the center. That's fine. Let me just see what happens if I set a speed. Set speed to like 10. Can I do that? Because I'm still not sure what it does. What it does. Spawn particles, spawn snowflake particle, more particles, okay. Add a particle to a level, okay. So these maybe are just client side. Sure, but if the built-in copper block works scraping is server side, then I can mainline to, okay, so speed is that. Okay, so speed is probably a modifier for velocity. That looks that looks really cool actually. Whoosh. Okay. I like that. And that's not what I want. Okay, so 1 is probably fine. Okay, and other than that, maybe less dramatic music. That seems cool. Okay, so and other than that, I think will be it for today. And I will just tweak these values of stream because it's just me changing it and restarting the game over and over until I'm happy with it. Okay, so let's commit that. And don't need that. Okay, so that will be entity init particles. Probably. And yeah, I think that's everything for today's stream. Thanks everybody who joined in. And yeah, see you tomorrow. Bye.